One former Wimbledon contender's life took a sinister turn. Wimbledon has welcomed characters good and not so good since the first edition of the tournament in 1877, and only 3 years in, the event hosted a finalist who, later in life, would turn to alcohol and drugs before being locked up for brutally murdering a woman and putting her body in a suitcase. That is the story of Veer St. Ledger Gould, the player said to have a killer backhand whose life took a sinister turn after his run in southwest London. Gould, who was born to an Irish noble father in 1853, became his country's first tennis champion and was also said to be a skilled boxer. In the same year he won the Irish title. Gould advanced all the way to what was then known as the Wimbledon all-comers final, where he was beaten in straight sets by John Hartley. That, coupled with his Irish triumph, ended up being the highlight of a short-lived tennis career. Gould began to slip away from the top-level tennis scene in 1883, and according to Marca, he had given up the sport altogether by 1885, after succumbing to alcohol and drugs. The same report states that Gould fled to Canada to get out from under a mountain of debt in 1891. The same year he married Frenchwoman Marie Giraudin, more than a decade and a half passed before Gould's life would spiral completely out of control. It is understood that he and his wife agreed to go to a Monte Carlo casino as they believed they had a money-spinning method to tilt the odds in their favor. Reports of what happened next vary, but it is claimed they ran out of money and borrowed from a rich Swedish woman named Emma Levin. Shortly afterwards, authorities found her cut-up remains in suitcases that were bound for France, and discovered a mountain of evidence in Gould's room, including weapons and bloody curtains.